Chinese President Xi Jinping has deployed a huge convoy of armored vehicles and tanks to the closest possible point on Chinese territory to Taiwan, as fears grow that the West has taken its eye off the ball in the region. Chinese President Xi Jinping has stunned Western observers by announcing an unexpected set of military drills close to Taiwan. China's military wing, the People's Liberation Army, started holding live-fire exercises on Saturday. Earlier, footage emerged of convoys of armored vehicles being sent to Pingtan in the Fujian province, which sits just 125 kilometers from Taiwan. Fiorella Isabel, a geopolitical analyst, posted a video of dozens of armored vehicles, including military tanks, being moved by rail to the region. She tweeted, "China's having live-fire military drills near Pingtan in Fuzhou in the eastern Fujian province, moving troops and armored vehicles to territory closest to Taiwan. This is as the U.S. appears to insist on sending a delegation House Speaker Pelosi to Taiwan, despite China's warnings. The exercises will be conducted both on land and at sea." Video also shared on social media showed live-fire artillery missiles being fired off the coast opposite Taiwan as part of the drills. However, the announcement from the People's Liberation Army gave no indication as to whether Saturday's exercise also might include missiles, fighter planes or other weapons. The statement read, "Live ammunition will be fired between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. and any entry into these waters will be prohibited." The tensions between the U.S. and China over Taiwan have escalated in recent weeks as Beijing repeatedly warned Speaker Nancy Pelosi against plans to visit the island. Beijing sees such a trip as a provocation, given its claim to sovereignty over the self-ruling democratic island. Ms. Pelosi, who is second in line for presidential succession, is already en route to Asia for her highly anticipated trip to the continent. However, it remains unclear whether Taiwan will be included as a stop on her tour. Chinese President Xi appeared to threaten U.S. President Joe Biden during a 2-hour phone call on Thursday after he warned that those who play with fire will eventually get burned. On Friday, a leading Chinese government propagandist called on Beijing to shoot down Ms. Pelosi's plane if it's accompanied by U.S. military aircraft. Hu Xijin tweeted, "If U.S. fighter jets escort Pelosi's plane into Taiwan, it is an invasion. The PLA has the right to forcibly dispel Pelosi's plane and the U.S. fighter jets, including firing warning shots and making tactical movement of obstruction. If ineffective, then shoot them down." China demands the U.S. take concrete actions to fulfill its commitment not to support Taiwan independence, and not to arrange for Pelosi to visit Taiwan. China's Ministry of Defense spokesperson Tan Kefei said Tuesday in response to questions over Pelosi's reported trip to Taipei, "If the U.S. insists on taking its own course, the Chinese military will never sit idly by, and it will definitely take strong actions to thwart any external forces' interference and separatist schemes for Taiwan independence, and resolutely defend national sovereignty and territorial integrity," Tan added. Both the U.S. and Taiwan have warned the island is coming under growing military pressure from Beijing. This is partly reflected by the number of times China has been sending its military aircraft into Taiwan's self-declared Air Defense Identification Zone, including 56 planes in just one day last October. In response, Taiwan has had to scramble combat aircraft, issue radio warnings and deploy air defense missile systems to monitor the activities. Last year, Taiwan Defense Minister Chu Kuo-cheng said China could be capable of mounting a full-scale invasion by 2025, adding that cross-strait military tensions are at their most serious point in the more than 40 years since he joined the military. Since then, Russia's invasion of Ukraine and China's refusal to condemn Moscow's actions have heightened speculation over Beijing's intentions. Last week, CIA Director Bill Burns said China has been closely studying Russia's invasion of Ukraine and calculating how and when it might decide to invade Taiwan. "I wouldn't underestimate President Xi's determination to assert China's control," Burns said. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you can be alerted to our next video. We'll see you again soon on Warzone.